gumball machine is a new addition to the office, courtesy of the unicorn for my birthday. I've always dreamed of having a gumball machine, and we were like randomly looking at retro candy on Amazon one night, and then that appeared on my birthday. Also, he smartly got one that you need a coin for, so Thomas won't be able to just like eat his weight in gum. Okay, hi, my name's Mare. We're gonna do a Q&A. Welcome back to the channel. A couple of things I want to say before we get into it. One, thank you so much for all of the love you gave me on my birthday. I was inundated with messages and posts and DMs on all the socials, and so I just wanted to say thank you so much. I felt very seen and loved and appreciated. And I also wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who took time to send me some love recently and to vote for me. I was the recipient of 9 awards in our local best of awards online voting. So like podcast, on-air personality, Twitter, Facebook, website, influencer. I'm very humbled and very grateful. So thank you if you took the time to vote for me. And it was definitely like a push and helped me because I've been feeling very like, what's next? So thank you so much for your support. Today, I wanted to say thank you by answering some of your questions. These are from Instagram, and these are also from the Marathoner Facebook group. What are some things you and Thomas are looking forward to in the next couple of months? We have another month of summer, and we are going to be seeing my aunts and my uncle. I'm really pumped for that. And Thomas will be seeing his grandparents, Jeremy's parents. He doesn't know that, but he's gonna be so excited. He hasn't seen them in a year. So that's gonna be amazing. I'm like really pumped for them to be able to reconnect and for them to see like Thomas has just changed so much. And then also while they have him, I am looking forward to 4 good night rests, 4 good night sleeps, because he'll be gone for 4 nights. Oh, what tattoo did you just get done? Any more planned? Always more planned. The one on my back says, it's like a quote that goes along with one that my niece got. So I'll just insert a photo here rather than awkwardly trying to show you. So mine says no matter what, and hers says no matter where. And then, why are tattoos always so like awkward to try and show you? Okay, I got this crown, which is probably upside down for you. And then these flowers here. So these are the July flower, that is my birthday month. And then this crown is to signify the work that I have been doing on self-love. One of my favorite spin instructors, she always talks about like wearing your crown and like holding yourself like you're wearing a crown. That's really resonated with me, so that's why I got that. More planned, always. I'm not really sure what I'd like. Now I'm thinking I'd like to put something here and then like here. I never thought I'd do like around, but we will see. Or like here, this just feels like very like naked skin. Stay tuned. Have you gotten any tattoos recently? I always love to see. Let me know. Where were we? Okay. Any upcoming travel now that you're living that vaxxed life? Yes, we are going to see my aunts and my uncle. But that's pretty much it, because then I'll be back in school in September, and then that is just the focus. We might try and go away once I have a break from school, but everything is like so far in the future. Just happy to be able to like, I had brunch with a friend in a restaurant today. That was amazing. Someone said, your hair, no question, just the star-eyed emoji. Thank you. It's up today, but I get a lot of comments. It's so long, it's like down to here, which you probably have seen in recent videos. Not doing anything to it, and I think that's what's helping. Like during, you know, basically all of 2020, I barely took even any heat to it, so it's grown really nicely. I've also been diligently ingesting flax every day, and I'm pretty sure that's good for hair and nails. How do you deal with conflict in a relationship, especially after you've just moved in together? Well, we just talk about stuff. I think what I've realized is that a lot of conflict is just like old shit rearing its head. And so like, you know, I'll get my back up about something that is like way bigger than what's actually happened. And if we can both just like pause and be present, it's like, oh, what is this actually about? Or who hurt you? And this isn't what you're upset about, has nothing to do with what's actually happening. Yeah, we get in like tiffs and stuff, but I really respect him and I feel very respected by him. And so we just talk stuff out. I think it helps that we've both been married before and in other serious relationships. And we're very like, one thing we bonded over, I think before we even met, was like no games, no drama, like not into any of that kind of stuff. So that really helps. But really like pausing and thinking like, what am I actually upset about right now? And 9 times out of 10, it's like old garbage from like a previous relationship or your childhood. Just being honest. This is a really tough one, and so I wanted to say thanks to the person who sent this. What to do about a friend with mental health issues who has ghosted me again? What's up with this ghosting thing anyways? I find it hurtful and immature. There was no fight or anything. First of all, I'm really sorry that that happened, but I also just want to say like, you don't deserve that. And so if that person is ghosting you, think about like, why are you so hell-bent on their friendship when they're not hell-bent on you and your friendship and what you have to offer. Sometimes ghosting, I'm not saying that in this situation, but like sometimes ghosting is the best thing you can do if it's a toxic relationship or if it's hurtful or if it's something that you need to like walk away from. I don't think every single relationship that ends needs some like long drawn out reason. I truly believe in the like, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And as hard as it is, sometimes people are just in your life for a season and that season passes and then we let them go. And I also like to think of someone leaving your life is making space for someone to enter your life. So whether you've had to let go of old friends in the past, hopefully that means then you have the space, the capacity, and the mindset, and the love, and the time to welcome someone who's maybe more fitting for who you are now. I don't think that like, just because we were friends when we were 6 means that we need to be friends when we were 46. Like I'm not the same person, you're not the same person, and that's okay. If this person has mental health stuff going on, it's hard because you can't fix them. As much as you want to help someone, so many times I'm learning like people have to help themselves, and you can be supportive, but it's not on you to fix and it's not on you to hold on so tightly. So sometimes you just have to let it go. I'm sorry that this person hurt you, and I'm sorry that you're not getting that closure. But if they've ghosted you more than once, you deserve better. It's a very straightforward question. Will you marry again or not? I'm in no rush to get married. I just had this conversation with a friend this morning. I'm hopeful that we're moving away from this like societal pressure and norm that like in order to be a whole person you have to be someone's like husband or wife. I don't think that. That's very like an antiquated way of thinking. You know, instead of being raised that like you have to get a job, then you have to meet a person, and then you have to get married, and then you have to buy a place, and then you have to have kids, and then that's it, like your life's over. I would rather just be like, be happy, make good choices, do what's best for you, whether you are with someone, whether you're single, whether you're gay, straight, non-binary, however you live your life, who cares? It's interesting to me. I wonder like how many men who would film a Q&A video would get asked this question. Like, are you getting married again? I don't know, it's just so funny to me. I saw someone post too this morning something about like, can't we celebrate the joy of being single? Like, why do you have to be in a relationship? Like, why do you have to get married? You do you. It's on my arm. It's a mantra of the marathon. We talk about it all the time. Speaking from my experience, I would love to be someone's wife. Yes, I would. That would be great. But I'm in no rush. I'm in a very loving, committed relationship. He moved in with me. He has like very much pivoted into a parental role with Thomas, and I'm okay with that right now. Yes, I would love to get married, but you know, not anytime. I'm good. I'm totally good right now. We've got a lot going on. Top travel bucket list once it's safe. I'd really like to take the unicorn to New York. We'd really like to go to Hawaii. Just like a palm tree and a beach would be nice. What are your thoughts on ABA therapy? Well, that was like another very like specific question. I have no judgment on any kind of autism behavioral therapy, applied behavioral therapy, anything, whatever works for each child, I think is best, because kids are so different. So I would never bash one way that a child learns over another way. Like for me, however Thomas is learning and progressing, great. If that stops working, we'll pivot and try something else, which we do all the freaking time. So like, whatever is working, I am not educated. I am not the teacher. I am not a scientist. I am not a professional. I'm an advocate and a special needs parent, but I would never say like this is superior over that. Again, you do you. Whatever works for you is great. When was the last time you laughed so hard that you cried? I was asking the unicorn about this, and honestly, it's almost once a day. I can't even guess. A lot of the time in the car, we make each other laugh really hard. He's just so funny. He's so funny. A new word or action that Thomas has picked up lately. He started asking why, which I think some parents would be like super annoyed about, but he can ask me why all day, every day, and I will gratefully answer him. Do you have a to-go bag packed for an evacuation? I live in southern British Columbia, and we have had a horrific wildfire season, which sadly it seems like is every summer. I was evacuated last summer for a week. Thomas and I went and lived with the unicorn because he didn't live in town at that point. And right now we have some of the worst air quality in the world. Last time I checked, we were the worst 2 through 10. I think the number one worst was like chilly. I don't have a bag packed, but I was shocked last summer when we got evacuated how quickly I packed what I needed and literally how little I took. It was like Thomas's cochlear implant and hearing aid stuff, our, you know, documents, etc., but really not much. There's another Thomas question. What independence milestones has Thomas learned this year? You mentioned him making waffles in a recent vlog and taking showers, so I was wondering what else is new. Yeah, he started like making his own breakfast. He puts his dishes in the dishwasher. He empties the dishwasher. He helps with laundry. He, you know, can get in and out of the car by himself. He's become very helpful, like taking groceries out of the car, pushing the grocery cart. Not that he really goes into a store very often. Yeah, showering, which was a huge one because he's very like sensory. So that was a big win for us. We've been really working on independent play this summer, which is slowly coming along. I think I mentioned in a video that he has totally like shut off any kind of TV. He's not interested in any screen time. So that's very independent. It makes it difficult for us. While I'm happy that his screen time is like, you know, 10 seconds a day. Basically, he's using his iPad to talk to us. It would be nice to have a little bit of a break. So we are trying to work on like something that he would tolerate. Oh, he waters the plants. He's been watering our little like hedge. Another question, this is the last one. How do I work towards finding myself and healing after walking away from a long relationship where the other person's untreated mental health struggles became an anchor weighing me down for so long? First of all, I just want to say I'm so flipping proud of you. I'm so proud of you. That is incredibly brave and strong what you did. Future you is grateful. I promise you. How do you find yourself and heal? I get that. I spent pretty much the first year being a widow asking myself, like, who are you? Because, you know, I was a wife and a mom, and in our culture, that pretty much, like, unless you work hard, that eliminates you. Like, you can lose yourself, and I definitely had. And I don't blame my previous mayor for that. Like, we were going through a really hard time. She was doing the best that she could. But then I knew before I wanted to date again and meet someone, I was in no rush. And also, I didn't even know who I was. Like, when I met Jerry, I think I was like 21, 22, 23, in that age range. And when he died, I was 33. So I was such a different person. I'm even a way different person now than I was when he died. But I wanted to, like, meet myself. So I spent a lot of time just, like, journaling, quietly sitting, thinking about, like, what do I like? What's important to me? Like, what do I want in the future? What I want in myself, in my life? What do I want my house to look like, my job to look like, my financials to look like, Thomas's life to look like? If I were to date again, what qualities would that person have to have in order for me to give up my precious time? And, you know, besides journaling, spending time alone, meditating, just thinking about stuff for you with absolutely no one else's opinion. I think a lot of the time we spend too much effort and give too much weight to other people's opinions when we don't even know what we want. And so I kind of stopped asking people and I started asking myself, like, what do I want my house to look like? You know, and that sort of thing. What would I like a future partner to look like? And when I say I manifested the unicorn, like, I manifested him down to almost every single thing that I had journaled about. When I met him, I was like, are you catfishing me? Because you tick every box. I really recommend therapy. And, you know, if you've tried therapy and it hasn't worked out for you, therapy can be a bit like dating. Like, you need to find the best fit. But just give yourself time and learn to value yourself and your intuition and your opinion, and don't let anyone, including yourself, play any sort of, like, guilt trip. Like, you are important, your feelings are important, you are enough. It is not your job to save other people. It is not your job to hold up another person. And you deserve a lovely, lush, robust, abundant life. And I know if you feel probably like you don't know who you are right now, I've been there. I'm sure I'll be there again. You know, like, I think it kind of ebbs and flows. But just be patient with yourself. Give yourself the time. Journal, meditate, listen to yourself. Try to have some quiet where you're not, like, numbing with TV or YouTube or podcasts. I definitely, like, for years, never wanted the house quiet. I just always wanted something in the background. But it is nice to have a little bit of quiet. Move your body. Like I was saying in my last video, when I'm having a shit day, like, any kind of exercise, even if it's a slow walk around the block, is just so good for you. Prioritize yourself, prioritize sleep. Like, you're allowed to be selfish. You don't have to, like, if other people want things from you, you don't have to do that. You're allowed to just be like, no, I love this quote that I only saw recently. Don't confuse the fact that I have free time with the fact that I'm available. And I love that. Like, just because you have, like, you're off doesn't mean you have to be available to everybody. But I'm so proud of you for putting your own mental health at the forefront. Like, your life and mental health and happiness matters. And that's really important. And just be patient with yourself. I hope that that was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed those answers. Let me know if you have any more questions down below, anything that you'd like to elaborate on, or anything that you would like to answer yourself. Perhaps we have differing opinions, and that's great. Life would be boring if we didn't. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.